I think I'm gonna get. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can get a original KP tune or something to play at the beginning instead.
Oh Lord,
I
I'll tell Juan to send you something, man,
you
because
know
he'll
what I'm
send it.
saying? Yeah, forget these epidemic sounds. Let me see if I can get something from KP out here on these streets. What it do? Look at you. You already got the cinematic look, and you just stepped away from the main desk to the rear desk,
I'm trying this
and
stuff out, man.
and and you're looking hot. Looking how you doing though, brother? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good.
See,
So
he
I just
playing. No,
share it.
see,
I just share it since I don't have it popping on my joint.
see
I just
again.
share it.
See that was the homework. You had multiple hours, multiple days to send out
Absolutely
this
right.
because
You're right.
you get the
And I've been
logistics
lunching.
email
And
every
I've been
single week.
lunching. Cause wait, so I thought because I was still linked with Restream
Yeah.
that it would automatically trigger mine.
No, man.
But it didn't.
See, that changes
Okay.
every single time. It's like the RTMP feed, right? You don't want me to
Oh,
just be logged into your account and just streaming. You don't know what I'm talking
okay.
about sometimes. We want to make sure that, Hicks don't come on the convos acting a fool.
Okay, now I got it. Now I got it now.
Okay.
All right, Richard, what's going on? See, I done messed up, Richard. I forgot what I was doing, so I done messed up on. I done
Yeah,
messed up on James, man.
that's not
I
right.
like
No,
this.
no, this is us. This ain't me. This is us. This is conscious conversations. And never a script. I had 2 shows already, and I had runs of show. I don't have nothing right now except my cup of coffee, and you
And
showing out.
now I can see you up there. Okay, got it. Okay.
What you got
Now I
there?
can
That
see.
65-inch flat panel Samsung.
No,
you looking at?
it's just the screen up over here.
Yeah,
So that way I
okay.
can look into this camera up there, and that way I'm actually looking directly at you now. So when
You
I
got better
go
eyes. You got better eyes than I
here,
do.
I'm
'Cause
looking
with my
up.
glasses,
Huh?
okay, my eyes don't work as good as that. You at least 20 feet away. Well, listen, man, we were going to get into, obviously, some of the things that we like to talk about, have a conversation, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, all that stuff. But we've been batting around doing a studio walkthrough, studio tours. And listen, pick up the socks, pick up the drawers off of the floor and all that kind of thing. We don't need to see that.
Tissue box.
Look,
and
Lord have
stuff.
mercy. He
Look at that.
got
Yeah,
tissue boxes all over the place.
Because the clients be wanting them. They be like, oh, you got tissues? I'm like, okay, I got tissues. You know what I'm saying?
You have men that crying on your show. Okay.
Oh my gosh. And it's just stuff.
That's all right. I did a few things. I told you I was going to do a little bit of revamping on mine so I could get some of that video cinematic tone that you had.
Let's go. Let me show us what you done did, man. Come on, show us what you did.
I've taken down my the brightness a little bit, so I've actually kind of gone a little bit darker with the look and feel, threw that LUT back in, and drop down some of the ISO on both cameras that I'm using primarily. So I kind of took out some of the glare from the background, just change some of that aspect, but didn't do too much moving because I got tired. And I normally do these kinds of things late at night. But let's start with you, because your stuff right there, and let me critique it. Let me walk through it with the fine tooth comb. We should be streaming this on Amazon too, so we can put the affiliate links in. But
yeah, that would be dope.
That's what I'll do. I'll repackage this and I'll push it out on Amazon. Y'all got any questions? Y'all better ask Keith, because he about to show you some things, not just things. He gonna show you some things.
And you know what? I should say that in my post feed, answering questions about stuff. That would be dope.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
I put that tweet out earlier, and I know you're not on Twitter, so you probably didn't see it. It's okay.
I backed out of Twitter. I really did. I'm like, right? I moved back out of Twitter. Notice I'm using
why
the
is that?
MV7
Talk about that. Talk about. So I know you're an IG man, right? Because IG is the creative platform that allows you to show photos and videos, and that just makes sense for this new season of Keith Pelzer. But some of those other social platforms, why you stop using them? Any particular reason?
So Twitter was kind of like it started to feel like the I'm somebody special, or I'm trying to get to this other status of entrepreneurship.
Mm.
And it was kind of like led by the one-liners of what I say is golden. That was just my opinion, right? And so I was just like, this kind of corny to me. Like, the back and forth was kind of like I said what I said, and everybody just like retweets it like it's like a godsend or the Holy Spirit gave it to me. And the dialogue to me just wasn't much. I
Wasn't
remember
authentic
when,
and genuine. Okay, I hear you. I believe that. Yeah.
or it worked for the Donald. When the Donald was on there before
Mm.
they banned him,
Mm.
it's just like even those of us who weren't really fans of the Donald, right? You kind of looking to see what is he going to blab his mouth off and say next. You know what I'm saying? You kind of looking like, what's his one liner? Anything that happened in the world, you go straight to Twitter to see what he drops.
Yeah, yeah. It was
You
more for
understand what I'm
entertainment,
saying?
right?
Yeah, it was
Reality
it was
TV kind of thing.
right, but it was like a one way. Like Twitter started to become a one way. So the popular people were the popular people. And anybody that wasn't popular, nobody was really caring about your Twitter like that. You know what I'm saying? And
Got
it's
you.
like it
Yeah.
was just a whole bunch of catching up, and it didn't feel personal to me. It felt more business, and it felt more I've arrived at some
Mm.
kind of point. Not because I think I'm all of that,
Yeah.
in all due respect, I don't want to talk bad about any president, but Mr. T, you know what I'm saying? When he was doing, I'm like, I don't care if people thought he was silly or not. It was like, yo, he had everybody on lock with it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's go to NBA stars or football stars. Like, yo, Brady, what happened in that game? You're looking for a tweet. You know what I'm saying? And Facebook and Instagram, you're looking for the dialogue.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah. That makes
Instagram
sense. That makes
for the
sense.
picture, it's like Pictionary, and then Facebook is just that's the couch potatoes. We just gonna have the
Mm.
dialogue. So
Hopefully, you have to put some effort into something that you post on Instagram as opposed to just some text, right? A couple of characters of text,
yeah,
because what you putting on
and
IG right now, folks. Listen, come on. Let's go ahead and talk about that. If you're not following Keith Pelzer on Instagram, you missing out on some genius work,
I tell you
Michelangelo
this,
type stuff.
it's a process though. On lock at 3 a.m. from the toilet.
Uh oh.
That's Kevin. But it's crazy. Like even like LinkedIn, when I got out of corporate, I
Yeah.
just felt like LinkedIn didn't really work for me. And I think anybody, whether you're entertainment or whatnot, if you have a corporate-ish tone to you, then that's LinkedIn works.
Right. Right.
And it's like a chasing platform. I really feel fine with just Instagram and Facebook, and then occasionally a little bit of TikTok. TikTok is just so playish that I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, I'm not sure. Not
Okay.
quite sure.
Okay. I
Yeah.
need to find you on TikTok. Well, I can't understand the algorithm behind TikTok, so I haven't got
Yeah,
too
me
much into
neither.
that. But I'll check it every time. I don't know what I'm looking at sometimes. Uh,
Yeah. I have no idea. Like I
Lemon
can't keep
8.
up with it.
I haven't heard of it here. You've heard of that? The Lemon 8 platform?
No. Who's that? Oh, okay.
Listen.
I gotta move my softbox to see that extra comment over there. What Kevin's saying. Yo, I'm liking this setup. I like
Look at you.
this.
Well, you got all that
I,
versatility, right?
no, look.
Now
So
you
this is
look at that. Come on, walk through it, brother. Let me get
see.
off
Look,
the
this
screen. Walk
this
through
is
it.
how. So I like this because this is how I'm looking at everything up there. I can see what Kevin just said. I just got to move this. So I'll show you this real quick. When I'm over here, I'm gonna yell because I don't have the other mic on. I normally just take this light and hang on. Let's just move this light up here and bring that around here. I'll point that at the table. I unplug myself, plug myself back in. Okay, now I can hear again. And I'm just gonna come back over here and sit down. Yeah. So normally I put that light over there so you can get a better view on me. But that's I like having this set up because it kind of gives more of like that TV show feel, rather than just right here. Like you put people in your space a little bit more. If that's what you wanted to segue into, that's one of the things that if I were doing a master class, people, you got to watch the replay on James Hicks's YouTube, because I'm dropping some nuggets right now. This would be the play that people with self-production, you can figure out how to do this, because it gets dry after a while. Like, see how James just went in the bubble over there? That's a different angle. That's what you use angles for. That's what you do multiple cameras for. Like when you're on with people or when you're talking about something, like use your hands, just plastered in front of the computer and bragging about a stream deck and something else that you got. Nobody sees none of that. Like, loosen up a little bit. You don't have to play ventriloquist mode with the teleprompters. Like, let them see. Yo, I'm looking at something on my paper here. Let's read the statistics, or let me look that up on the side. Act like Stephen A. on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? Act like Stephen A. when he's just like, I have right here. Like, you don't have to hide it over there. You understand what I'm saying, man? This is like the masterclass thing, y'all. So y'all show my
this
boy
is what
James
it is, right?
respect. Show him
MDH
respect.
is in the building too. Appreciate you being here, Melanie.
Okay, so anything I want to look up, I can do it right here. Like,
now you're just showing out, right? You're just showing out.
And that's the thing. We would call it flexing, but it's not really flexing as much as it is. Look at how many people talk about what they did to their room. We go in the Ecamm community and we go, oh, look, I got the new lights. I got this, I got that, I got that, I got this. And it's like, but every time we see you live, it's you squared up, boxed in right here. In a squircle.
You don't get to see anything. Don't get to see anything.
You understand what I'm saying? You're showing the one light that you got. Like, pop the room off a little bit, or don't just flip cameras to flip them. It's like, now I wanted to be comfortable talking. And so the work that I put into this room, I did it for clients, but I especially did it for me. Over there is what I did for me.
Yeah.
And I'll show you, because I can. Over there, where the chairs pull back, I did that for me. But then after a while, I'm like, yo, how do you bring people into your space? You bring them in like this. You make them feel like they got a seat at the table. That's live production right there. So that's the James Hicks.
See, come on,
nugget.
Now, don't. I'm just gonna say that's value right there. Folks come into the Pelzer studios. They may see a couple of Grammys on the wall, but they also want to see the setup, the layout, the production, and the attention to detail. That's what it is right there, right? It's the attention to detail that matters as well, and that's what brings in, I think, because again, we're not talking about just doing this hobby and for fun all the time. We're talking about doing this from a business perspective, right? So you want folks to come into your space that you've built out the space. Yeah, typically they'll only see that one by one view of you online, but if they can come into there and see that right there, see the color ambiance, see the quality of the equipment, see the attention again to all of the pieces of infrastructure that are around, I'm gonna cut you a check. I'm gonna cut you a check.
And look, this works for people that involve themselves with people. So if it's just you one way talking, like my Sunday sermons, I don't need to really sit over here, but I would try it, right? But people who are trying to engage the audience, like I took time to really set this up to see how to do it. Now, you can't copyright a set like this, because this is kind of like mimicking what somebody has already probably done before. I just didn't copy off of anybody. I did it for, this is how I see it. This is how I envision it. I didn't have but so much space, but even when I move into a bigger room, I'm gonna keep the desk pretty much this size for a setup, because it keeps people close enough. The only thing I would do different with this desk is make a V shape out of it, so the two people here can see the two people there looking at them across. That's the only thing I would do different. So at my table, one person can see two. One person can see two. The only problem is when you got two people right here, they literally have to turn. But I tried it with a client this weekend and it worked. They were sitting next to each other, just back this chair up, back that chair up, put the camera right there, good to go. But this right here allows, especially for an Ecamm setup, if you notice, this actually allows you to engage the audience, because it's easier now for me to see. Mel just said, what up, Sammy? Hey, the screen is much bigger up here, number one. Number two, the eye contact thing that we kind of worry about, this is the camera. This camera is sitting literally right in front of the screen. So when I'm looking at the screen, I'm pretty much looking at you this way. but the idea is not to always have the eye contact as much because you're not news reporting. So think about that. When you watch sports, and I'm using Stephen A as an example because I know his daughter's mom. This is crazy. When you watch the sports commentary, they're all talking to each other at the table. They're loosely looking until they say, "Hey, yeah, this is such and such, and we'll be right back after these messages." Okay,
Yeah.
now I specifically said that to the audience, but when we come back into the room, hey, we're back and we're talking about, if I would do a tighter camera, we're talking about X, Y, and Z, boom, 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 boom. So, what do y'all think about X, Y, and Z? I'm no longer worried about eye contact now. The audience is watching. I can dip to the audience. I can dip in the room. I can look up. I can look down. I can move a camera, and I don't have to look at the camera over there. I can just still look up at the screen and give this angle from me. So take you, for example. You're not looking in the direction of the camera that you have on you, and it's
Correct.
actually dope that you're not looking at it. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. But again, you think about it, we do that for intention, right? Again,
Mm-hmm.
to because I could be looking directly at the camera and it wouldn't look um real. It would look constructed, more of a production as opposed to a conversation. So I
Right.
want to have this angle specifically turned towards you, so the dialogue is going there. And again, I guess that's part of the conversation that we're having here, is that as folks lay out their studios and their environments, make sure that you you don't have to have all the answers first, but understand
Mm-hmm.
what the goal in mind is. Understand what that end result you want it to look like, so you can configure that environment. I know exactly where I'm looking. I know this camera again is right over here. I got to turn towards mirror. I was looking at an opposite direction, looking down on keys, so that anytime you even switch cameras, I'm looking at you, not down on you, and not over you. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What you
Um,
doing? You buying something online? You
no,
buying
no,
some?
no. I'm answering Kevin. So I'll answer you in real time. I was
Lord have
actually going to
mercy.
type it.
I'm over here
So
talking, dropping
no, I'm listening to
couple of
you. Like
gems.
because
This
I'm looking at how
boy.
dope it looks on here. It looks
No,
good on here,
take
man.
a screenshot, man. Take a screen.
It
Okay,
looks
Kevin did come with a question. It's we have
no.
audio
So to answer
bleed.
Kevin's question, people, if you see Kevin's question, that's my bro. What's going on, Sammy and Mel? Everybody, I see y'all. So Kevin, you asked a question about bleed. So right now, I believe okay, I have the other mics muted in the Rodecaster Pro. So because I can do it, I'll show you. Rodecaster Pro is sitting over here. These four mics are running into that. But the thing is, um, I'm actually going to upgrade and get the Apollo 8 so that I can control each individual mic channel. These four mics are subbed in here, but the way I have them subbed, long as you point them away from each other, because they're dynamic, it's only catching what the person is saying here. So for perfected ear, do you hear the room? No, because the stereo mix that's going into the audio processor that I have that does the noise cancellation. Like right now, my wife is on the other side of this door yelling, talking, whatever. You probably won't hear her because of the way the noise cancellation processor works in the Apollo software. And so to answer your question, no, I can have four people here, two people over here at the table, and there's no bleed, jumping off or that audio noise of the room because of the way that the noise cancellation works, if that helps. The other thing is I do have a slight gate on these mics
Okay.
in the Rodecaster. So it's a slight one. It's not much because my computer Apollo is doing something different than gating. So the Rodecaster is like doing this. It's gating. It's kind of like muting
Hmm.
in between. So that in combination with the noise cancellation intelligence over there keeps everything quiet while I'm over here. So if that helps, I hope that answers your question.
And you still how many roadcasters do you have? You still got the original one, right?
Just one. Yeah, I still got the original.
Okay, and I wanted to make that a point of recognition as well, right? You did need to go get RCP2. Still can do everything you need to do with the
Mm-hmm.
original OG, right? And it probably does it just as good, and no need to upgrade.
Yeah, I tell people, I was going to upgrade so that I can have it, so I can talk about. It's like what we talked about last week. The worst thing most people do is talk about gear they don't have,
Yeah.
and it is so damaging, because it's like, if you don't have it,
Yeah.
like, all you're doing is talking what everybody else talked about. You're just repeating Manny Ortiz. You're repeating Tom Buck. You're repeating, Jason Vong. Like, all you're doing is repeating what everybody else told you. If you don't have it yourself, if you have it yourself, then you can talk about it. And then when you break down how am I using it, you end up realizing this is the way people are using it. And right now, I'm really just using it as a submix. I don't use nothing out of that. I mean, every now and then, some of my clients will hit the triggers on there, but
Yeah.
nobody really touches it. I really don't even use half the stuff that it can do. I don't even use the headphone outputs in it. The headphones, when I hook up, like, I can hook up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can hook up 6 headphones to my system. So 6 people can be talking on mics, 6 people can have headphones on, and the headphones are in the submix in the box down there. So the Rodecaster is basically like, it's a waste in my room right now.
It's just an input.
So
It's just service,
yeah,
because everything is going to the Apollo. Okay. Right.
Yeah, and what I want to do is upgrade, James. I actually, this will be a spend money that is kind of like, because I kind of can, but business wise it'll work. I would get the Apollo 8 so that I can take each individual mic and treat them. So let's just say, if it's you and I, and your wife's name is Jen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Tina, Jen, you, and me all at the table. Let's say you got the Barry White tone. I can tweak your mic. Then we can tweak Jen's mic. If she's talking soft, we can tweak Tina because she loud and hood. Then we can tweak mine.
Shouts out to
And each
DC.
person can have a tuned mic specifically for them. The only disadvantage I have now is I can only tune with the processors of the Rodecaster, or I leave them flat and bring all 4 into one treatment in the Apollo.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Interesting. Yep. All right. And what was the tool that everyone was talking about? Trying to bring in and conditioning the audio. If you say it, it'll come to my head, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I use C-Suite for the noise cancellation. Is it for noise cancellation, or is it something else?
Kirk was using it. I don't know if he still uses it anymore, because someone in the comments knows what I'm talking about. Whatever that tool is, that I don't know. I'll think of it.
All right, somebody say it if y'all come up with it.
Somebody said, I'll give you a discount on some merch.
Ooh, look at that! See that? He dropped it.
No, not Chris. Not Chris. It was not one of the AI tools. It was like an audio routing tool that I think a lot of folks were.
Oh, you talking about Loopback?
Loopback. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Loopback was dope. I was using it, and then I didn't need it anymore. We didn't need it. So with Ecamm, I use it occasionally if somebody wants to do something weird, like, oh, we want the people from Zoom to talk to the person on Ecamm, and also bust it to something else. And I'm like, oh, geez, like, just simplify it. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly why I decided not to go with Loopback, because all of that functionality was built into Ecamm, or I knew how to route that with the new Rodecaster, right? So I sold my original one to someone. I blessed them with a great price. Man, I still feel bad about it. Should ask for some more, but I digress. I won't go into that. But yeah, I mainly use this for.
Let's be clear, okay?
I like
it right there. I think I'm the only one on the planet that has that drop.
Oh, so yeah, that drop is it, man.
I just made sure 2 years ago that I captured that, and I throw it in there whenever necessary. Yes, sir.
Now you know what Rodecaster could win with, if they made a trigger only, like a physical trigger only pad.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it's direct audio. So when you hit it, it's direct audio. I have Fargo. And Fargo does it, but the problem is it's always going to be like a slight delay trying to trigger it from the Stream Deck. It's not like instant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got to go to the app. So on your computer, you got to have a button that double triggers that switches the Mac over to that app so that it can trigger the sound. And the sound's playing. It's too much work. Like I figured out how to do it, but I'm like, yo, now it's like the old, anybody that knows music, old MPC 3000 days where, you know, you did the beats right on the pads in the drum machine, not no drum pad to the computer, nothing. So the Rodecaster Pro, the good thing about it is each one of those 8 pads and the different banks, when you hit that pad, it's playing like direct. It's instant. Boom. If they made like a 24 thing, like a Stream Deck, or a Stream Deck that was the audio inside the Stream Deck itself, separate from the computer, audio only, that you could do sampling, that would be so fire.
Man, I'd lose my mind. I'd be out here.
Damn, son.
You know, listen.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
I would lose my mind. Somebody's gonna do it. They're gonna do it. David Harvey's talking about he's got a discount with Shure, and he want to go out there and spend that money. Listen, hold up.
Wow.
Because so cool that you got a discount, but
that's
I think
some 7B.
I think in 2 weeks I'm gonna have Mario Ponce from Shure on, and we're gonna talk.
Dope.
Yeah, we're gonna rap and talk about some things. I saw that they just did a collab or something with some new mic arms and things like that. And I did make me an order at the Reporter's store. So I'm not getting yellow. I'm not getting red. I'm getting my blue, my hex code 20557B. I know my hex code.
I like
by heart.
it.
You know, that's crazy.
I like it.
So that'll be here in a little while.
So something that we could drop to the audience that I want to, you know, bless people with is like I deliberately didn't switch and put the SM7B over here because I wanted to listen to the variance in the mic and get a slightly different sound. Like everything else is the exact same with the 2 mics, except they're different mics. So I got the Soyez underneath here, routed into that.
Okay.
It's going through there. I got Samuel loved this. I got a Tube Tech on there. I got a couple of other things on there. Neve equalizer on this mic, and then the C-Suite and an old tape saturator, you know, to give it like a rustic sound.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about it is like, feel free to love what you have. And if you can't find a way to love it, then get rid of it. So, you know, so you don't get caught up with when people are like, oh, you know, the new something came out.
If you don't have the SM7B, if you don't have the Michael Jackson mic, then you nothing. No, that's not right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's something that most of us can say. You don't have to fight against the grain. Like if you fishing, just go ahead and grab a SM7B. You understand what I'm saying? Like, ladies and gentlemen, my lovely wife is dropping in the room.
No, it's not.
She is dropped. Hold up, bruh. Bruh, wait, hold on. Wait, 1 second. Wait, come here real quick.
Come on
wait,
in
come
here.
Here. Say hi to James. He wait, you gotta hear this. Wait, you want to hear the drop. You gotta hear the drop.
Which one? Where's she at?
No, listen. Wait. Hold up. Say hi to James. Let me unmute your mic. Just put one in your ear.
You disturbing my state.
Come over here. So
oh my goodness.
You can talk. No, come right over here and you gotta look and say hi to James. Wait, you gotta hear your feature.
Lord have mercy.
You can look right into the camera on the desk. You gotta get your feet. You gotta hear your feature.
Nothing to do with this.
James got you. So she gonna hear it real quick.
What is the feature?
Just put that up to your ear. Yeah, but oh my God, huh?
Can't make this up, boy. You cannot make this up. You know what? You need to just want to be like.
Let's be clear, okay?
Did you hear it? You hear it?
Let's be clear.
You hear it?
Okay. Listen, that is a drop right there. That's a drop right there. Thank you.
I got the original right there. Listen, huh? Oh my goodness.
You got the original. So let's be clear. Eat this damn steak and go on ahead and get.
You see how I get laid
listen,
out?
Talk to him like that. Talk to him like he needs.
I hate to be eating on the set. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Lord, James, you cannot make that up. Can't make that up.
She done bought
I ain't
steak
mad
down
at you.
here. I'm
Ain't nobody
cheating,
here
bro.
right now. I'm just in here eating. No, I'm not eating nothing.
I
Man,
need a glass of wine. That's what I need.
I
I
can
need a
get you
glass of
that. I can get you
huh?
that. I can get. Ain't
My bad.
nobody bringing me
I'm
no
only gonna
steak.
have a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Because we are live, so I apologize, everybody.
Lord
But
have mercy. Folks just come
I'm
on here and
about
get to
hungry.
eating and get to clapping their lips. All right, let's get back into it. So they was
Go for
talking
it.
about
That's how
Rodecaster
we doing
Pro.
conscious combos,
This is
y'all.
it, right? This is real, right? This is live streaming right here. It is no ad lib or nothing. This is just life right now. So y'all welcome. Yeah, KP living like a king. You know, Tina said, "You gonna eat this damn steak? I'm not
She said
gonna
you gonna eat
be
this steak today.
in the kitchen. You know, like I say, every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. You gonna eat this steak. You gonna like it.
Ah me. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. She made it
You,
good too.
I bet get you a little taste or something to get you a little scotch or something. Well, we
Yeah,
can leave that
I
alone.
need something. I need some act right with it, you know?
Well, hold on. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
We
Put the
know because
camera on you. Put the camera on you. Show 'em what you
we
got.
going all off script. I'm just gonna bring some stuff over here. What got?
Sammy said some red wine, you'll be set. See, I knew Sammy wasn't a young boy. I knew it.
I did a speaking engagement a couple weeks ago. And
go ahead, put the camera on you and
I'm just gonna
let it
say,
happen.
what? Because you eating? And instead of paying me, this is what they gave me. They gave me I ain't mad at them. I hope nobody watching and they hear me talking madness. But yeah, they gave me a bottle of Oban. So, you know, shouts out to the folks who gave me the Oban. I haven't opened it yet, but it's here. Bam! I just dropped that right there. Who knows? There may be some of that in this coffee here right now too. Look at Keith behind the screen, just wiping his lips off. Terrible. Boy, can't make this up here, man. And see now we got the Heil folks coming here. The PR4. That's a good mic too. Appreciate that.
Which one is that? I'm curious. Which one is
Mac,
that?
I mean, Mac got. Listen, have you never seen Matt Haas? He is the truth too with some of the stuff that he does. I'll pull that one up. Let's see, man. Yeah, we should be doing this on Amazon so I can get some of that affiliate money.
It is non-stick. It is non-stick. It's a non-stick pen. Oh my goodness! Listen, bro.
Oh, she done bought you,
bro.
Bought you some Merlot.
Listen, man. This some good act right here.
Boy, you see, keep taking good pictures like that. She like, yeah, here you go, baby. You keep getting that.
I tries, man. Listen, wait till you see these next ones I'm gonna post, man. These pictures is hot. Pictures hot, bro.
Let me see here. Let me go ahead and get that up here. 2P and screen. There it is right there. About the same price as a 7B, right? Right.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, but that's with a whole. We don't want that. We don't want that. Boom.
But you know what? I don't know your name with it, but so awesome wood thing. So AWT.
Yeah, that's Matt Haas. Yeah.
Okay, Matt. So yeah, depending on what I know who Matt Haas. It depends on what you're using it with, right? For clients and stuff, these work, and I tweak. I'm a tweak any mic. I actually miss my main mic. Why'd I forget the name of the daggone mic? Oh, the Omnisphere. Not Omnisphere. The other one.
You had a Sennheiser before, right?
No. My recording studio mic. It's an actual mic.
Okay.
Goodness gracious, why'd I forget the name?
Onto the Neumanns, and I'm about to get that. See, Neumann, not Newman. Sammy got me on these Neumanns here, and I walked into B&H, and it wasn't in stock when I was there. Is that
Every record on my wall is a Neumann.
Got to be okay, man.
U47, U87, U67, U67 tube, U47 tube, and non-tube. The 104, 103, yeah, they're all Neumann mics.
Hey, David, I don't think anyone understands the truth that the Neumanns are. So the U87, right? You think about it, a lot of content creators starting out are saying, let me go get that, what was it, the Logitech one, the little Blue Yeti. Let me go get the little Razer one. Let me go find the cheapest one on Amazon just so I can have some audio. But that, yeah, get where you got and stay and start with what you have. But man, when you start with something like that, as opposed to, again, someone using Heil PR40, Shure SM7B,
Well,
Neumann U87, something like that. You gonna hear that clear distinction in the delivery, unless you've got a lot of hardware and software behind the scenes, and you know how to condition the audio, like someone like KP does.
well, look. Here's something. Here's a factual piece.
I knew
I actually
Sammy
got
had a U87. See, man, that young cat right there, boy.
So here's the thing. Engineers in my day knew this. You pick the U87 depending on the type of song you cut, depending on the artist that you're dealing with. Then you pick the 47. Most people don't even know the can 47, right? We call it the can because it's about the size of a soda can. If you look it up, the U47. Then the rock band across the hall from us had a U47 tube, which is going to give you yet a different sound, right? Then you have the Neumanns that you use for strings or guitars and stuff like that. So here's the thing I wanted to say. All of the bougie artists like Puffy's guys, they were using the Sony something with the big, radiator thing on the back. That mic was like $10,000 at the time. Everybody, oh, this is the best mic, whatever. and then years later, everybody discovers, well, Michael Jackson cut his whole off the wall joint on a SMB. A Shure SM7B, right? So now you got to take all of that and put it together and say, okay, if off the wall is off of a Shure mic, why am I arguing what a better mic is? Let it sink in, right? Because then when you find out somebody like Billie Eilish cut something on a cheap behind mic in a trailer,
yeah,
let that sink
in her room with her brother sitting on the floor playing the keyboard, right?
Yeah, like let it sink in. So you can have $1,000 mic, you can have an $18,000 mic. What are you putting into it? Because here's the 300-pound gorilla in the room I thought about. I'm sitting there trying to do content creation, and I'm showing pictures and stuff on IG, but my BTS is off of an iPhone 13. A 14 is better, but I'm off of a 13. Sometimes Tina phone, a 12. And I do the BTS, mix it. Yeah, then I mix it in with the 4K off of the Sony A7R5.
Yes, sir.
Right, interchangeably.
Talk to him,
throw it all into Final Cut Pro. I put my LUT on there, and nobody says the part when you walking down the street, the quality of the video is and the quality of the audio don't match. Now, critiquists will know, but the average listener, viewer, don't have a clue what you mixed in. They don't. they have no clue.
Open and shut case right there.
I'm leery of people that stream and argue audio quality. It's a hoax. I'm serious. It literally is a hoax. If you on YouTube, yeah, you want to dig into quality, because when you look at this on YouTube and you hear it, it looks wonderful, right? It's going to snitch on you. But to Facebook, rebroadcasting on Instagram and stuff,
yeah, no.
Girl, boy, bye. Like, ain't nobody like
that's true. That's
go ahead somewhere. Go
with that madness. Going with that madness. Sammy was asking where the Lewitt went. I still got the Lewitt right here, man. The Lewitt is plugged in to 440. I used it, not present tense, past tense. I used it with the Sony ZV-1F as an overhead shot, but I don't do unboxings. I anymore. I used to do some unboxings and things like that. So even when I was standing, I would use that mic and that camera, but it's literally, I don't even know if it's plugged in. It's not turned on, but yeah, I still have it up there as for aesthetic sake. That was a good,
Sammy's
mic
right.
too.
Sammy's right.
Best mic that is underrated, the SM58 True. I've seen Sammy walking around town with that too. I think that's what he did, is walking around his live on the street broadcast with the 58.
What's our girl's name? She was on Sammy had her on his show, and she was in the bathroom with a SM58.
Oh, that was Callie.
Yeah, Callie had it. And she sound good because it was like
teammate.
Yeah, it was kind of like, damn, she actually sounds good. But the problem was she's sitting there holding a dynamic microphone
Sitting
that
on the
people
toilet.
use in church or in a school auditorium, and she's talking on it through the software through Ecamm, and it's kind of like, damn, she actually sounds good. She's in the bathroom, she's not in the studio. So
Yep.
you kind of like, all right, am I really arguing over audio quality? So for me, I gotta have the right mic, right sound, right dynamic and stuff, because this is going to podcast. And so people are solely listening to this in their cars across multiple platforms and stuff. But for most people, when you just, she was using the
Oh, the
Q2.
Q2. The OG. Okay,
See,
that's old school then. That's even more
I'm wrong.
impressive, to be honest with you.
That's exactly.
That's
Now,
that's
Diana
kind of.
Gladney used to talk
I was gonna
about
say
that
that's
mic
the
right
OG
there.
Diana Gladney one right there, man.
Yup.
Okay.
Yup.
Put
Okay.
that. Yeah. See, I'm putting it all on the screen because I am gonna repurpose this like tonight or tomorrow, and I'm gonna throw this on Amazon, and I'll shoot you like 3%. Any sales happen, I'm gonna send you 3% of it.
Tech Troublemaker said the Cowboy Junkies used a single atmospheric mic for the Trinity session.
Music trivia right there, ladies and gentlemen.
But look, so Tech, Sammy, and the rest of y'all, the craziest thing is, when you get down to it, I look at people and I laugh at them how they'll go. What people struggle with. Here's my little Keith Pelzer rant for tonight.
Give it to him.
I watch people struggle with, and if you can identify with this, you don't have to say I got it or that was me, but just hear what I'm saying. There's a point in time where people wrestle with, I'm gonna find out what the best gear is, and I'm gonna get it. Then there's the secondary thing that people do, and they'll go, okay, James told me, India told me, Keith told me, Doc told me, everybody said this is the best thing to get. They'll believe it, but then they'll check it, YouTube it, and the YouTube is going to show you all of the YouTubes that say it's the bomb. The one that says why you shouldn't get it, you're going to look down on it and be like, oh, he don't got nobody following him, so he don't know, right? Or she don't know. You dismiss it and you grab it. Now you got it. It's kind of like this. The person that lacks the confidence in their presentation, they overtalk the fact that they got a ZV-E10.
Oof, man.
Here's what's going to separate everybody. You don't hear a lot of people talking about, the new ZV. You know why? Because it's over $1,000 more than the original.
Yeah.
The 10. So you don't hear a bunch of people talking about, you don't see Ecamm flooded with, I got the new ZV and looking at it, because 90% of the people got APS-C lenses, right? And even though it has the crop on there, they done spent so much money on Sigma 16, Sigma 30, Sigma 56, the 1850, you got all these APS-Cs. Now you get the ZV, right? The newest one, if you get it, and then you kind of got to use the crop and all.
And you got a bad crop factor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work for 8x10 or what. I mean, it can, but then you've got to renegotiate your whole look and feel of your studio. But a lot of folks are working from an 8x8, 8x10, 8x12 office space at home, not at a professional studio, right? A lot of us may not have sound treating, and you buy that Trinity, you buy those 3 lenses, you buy that camera for $2,500. What is it? $2,500? Man, I saw that price. I was like, come on.
It's a dope camera, though. Don't get me wrong. I like it.
Look, it's nice. It's real nice. Not that nice.
But
for me this year.
Okay. Here's the weird thing that I'm watching these content creators. The majority of them got Atmos Ninjas, right? They got Atmos Ninjas sitting around. They stacking a Ninja because their workflow is that Angel Bird hard drive on the back of a Ninja, and they monitoring it, or their guy that's recording them out in the field showing you the product. They're using Ninjas, right? So they passing through a A7 III, they passing through a A7C, and they're showing you, look at the new ZV. And the thing is, all these cameras, you can record right into it. But when you're out and you at Disney World, you're not sitting there like, I got 4K, 30 frames per second, or 60 frame, 10-bit, 2, 5, 18, blah, blah, blah. Because you got to now transfer that and you got to put it on your Mac. Then you got to put it in something. Then you got to color grade it and all. Ain't nobody doing that.
Nobody got time for
Ain't
that.
nobody doing that.
Man, I
People
need that
sitting there
soundtrack right there. Ain't nobody got time for that.
They taking their 360, they taking their GoPro, or they taking their iPhone or Android and going boop, 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 Instagram, boom. Okay, after 3 days, everybody done liked it, they done seen it, and it's sitting in the catalog.
Ooh, Sony side
people
that.
Oh, they did.
Oh, that's why'd I go to the Japanese side? Lord have mercy. Okay, keep talking. Pay no attention to me.
So look, Awesome Wood Things, AWT. Wait, that's what's his name? But you said it. Basically, if you use a $5,000 mic to stream, then you're paying for quality nobody can perceive. That's why I took my expensive mic down. That's when I took it down and was just like, I'm gonna use this when I record another record. Yeah. Until then, I'm not spitting in this mic. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not spitting in a $3,000 mic that I'm basically like just saying, hey, what's up, y'all streaming? Who does that?
Not taking full advantage of this. When again, that MV7 that you got right there is phenomenal, right? The Q2U that we've been talking about, the 58 that we've been talking about. We should bring up some road ones too, because I'm trying to get that road money. What all the stuff that they got as well. Them sign houses are amazing as well. So why do I keep coming up with the UK site, man? But yeah, that's just expensive. That's not. I can't do it.
Hey, look, you know what's crazy? Right here. Up there is a A5100, and down here is the ZV-E10, right? The cameras literally look identical, and most people that come in here, they can't tell. They're like, most people, once they see that one on the desk, they say, what is that? That's your ZV-E10.
Well, I saw someone even asking just a few minutes ago, what lens were you using on your particular camera? But again, they all look high quality. And again, they're not the brand new camera that's out there on the market. You said you got a 51, you got a 6,000 APS-C camera, given this dramatic shot.
And they'll go like, yo, that's a ZV-E10. I'm like, no, that's an A5100. And they're like, what's the A5100? And they look it up and they're like, oh, it's only a couple $100. Exactly. So between going from here, right, and then going to here is literally with the lens included.
Hold on. Let me get me off the
cost
screen.
Factor.
That's hot, boy. Let me get me off the screen. That's hot right there. God,
the cost factor between these two shots right here, right, is $1,000 difference. Right? The shot is $1,000 different. Who cares? Like, because when I have certain people in here, we spend the majority of the broadcast right here on this. You know what this is? It's an A5100 with a kit lens on it. That's exactly what it is. A5100 kit lens. This right here, ZV-E10, right now I have the Tamron 1120 on there. 11 to 20 on this, and that's on a ZV-E10. Like, if anything, this shot might look better for this stream than this shot right here. So we just took $1,000 off of between these two shots, and this right here works. I think the trick is, I've seen people go the cheap route, and I tell them, I say,
we can also see the steak and that half drank bottle of a glass of wine in this shot. So we like this shot right here. Shouts out to the Pinot.
On the cheap camera, right?
Shouts out to the Pinot. Dr. Stone, I see you, man. Yeah, listen, marathon day today, brother. Marathon day today. 3 changes of clothes, too. So, okay, go ahead, man.
Wait, so look, Kevin says, I'm looking for full frame to get more into photo, but I want that EVF, right? Electronic viewfinder for that. So I'm out on the ZV-E1. Exactly. This is what a lot of people don't understand. My A7C, I like it, but the A7C doesn't even come with a guard around it for the eye. So you have to buy another one on Amazon. I bought it for like $15, but it doesn't sit well on the eye. It's kind of like they just never made a good one. I'm like, Sony, why wouldn't y'all make one? And then in order to use it, it has to clip into the hot shoe as a cold shoe piece. So you can't put a flash on it.
Gotcha.
So doing business, how the heck you gonna go and do a wedding with a flash on it with your A7C and look through the viewfinder, with some cushion on it to block out the light around you?
That's not gonna work. Yeah.
The worst camera to get, right? So instead of selling it, I kept it and said, I'm gonna rig this, and use it. But the way I do my production on bigger projects, I'm using a Ninja. So all I'm doing is passing through it and putting everything 422 res in the Apple res into the Ninja. And then I just do camera match. That's a whole nother thing. You take and do camera match in your software, and you just tell the software, hey, this is from an A7C, that's from that's from a Canon, and you mend it all, put your LUT on there. Nobody knows the difference from the 3 cameras. So you can have a Nikon, Sony, and a Canon and record something, put them all in Ninjas, drop them all in, match the camera thing, and you're done. We have a pissing match over certain things that, to me, and this is the deliverance for everybody. It's the consumer game. You got it. Once you tell yourself that products are to get you to buy, Sony is not going to make no money if everybody keeps using the A7 III. They're not going to make no money. Once you get out of the matrix and realize that you buy with gas because you want to, right? Stop trying to prove, this is better and X, Y, and Z. Yes, that new ZV got the thing on there where you can sit the camera on the tripod and move around like this. Well, so does most of your gimbals, right? That you got to use anyway. And then you got the stabilization where you don't need a gimbal in most Sony cameras when you got the lens matched with the camera.
Yeah,
I leave the gimbal home because I get lazy. And I'm like, okay, if I'm only taking a shot walking 10 feet, I don't need to whip out a gimbal, Edelkrone, and all of that.
You don't need all that weight when it's already built into the camera. Yep.
Yeah. And now I'm in the prime lenses because I'm like, dang, this is great. I can put a 50 millimeter and a 35 in my bag with an A7C body or A7 4 body and have a smaller Wander bag. Shout out to James Hicks for putting me on the Wander.
Come on, y'all.
You put that on there and I'm more creative with my shots. And then when I have to do a gig where I got to stay like a ninja, then I pull out the G Master, then I pull out the Sigma 2470 and I stay on the perimeters. Everything has purpose. You get what I'm saying? So now people that are all over, oh, this is the best mic, that's the best mic. Cool. Now, if you're trying to make money and do podcasts and people that come in with podcasts got 3 guests at the table, are you going to buy 4 of those expensive mics? Because I'm not buying 4 SM7Bs to put over here. I'm not doing it. So I sat there and was just like, you know what? Just like AWT said, how much you want to pay for that? Because the quality is going out. Nobody's sitting on this broadcast now saying, Keith, your mic sucks. I can hear the difference with your SM7B up there. I hear it. But for what I'm talking, I'm doing.
But you're an anomaly, right? Because you've got the trained ear and you've actually, right, you understand the difference from the other perspective. But again, the majority of the consumer aren't going to hear those distinct tones, and they're going to be appreciative of just something that sounds clean coming out of the mic. So again, you could use that SM58, you can use that U80, you can use whatever, and you can still make it work. So hold on, let me give you some of this first,
Sammy.
Let me give this man some applause because he took y'all to church for a minute there. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just having fun tonight. Well, Sammy got forced. See, again, what he into something? He into crypto, or he got old money. I think Sammy got like some old real estate money over there on the East Coast. He probably owned half of Atlantic City. Someone in his family owned Manhattan, not just buildings in Manhattan. They own Manhattan.
Sammy hit it. I like it. Sammy said he's got the ATR 2100s in the drawer, because he has guests and we got quality dynamic mics. Exactly. So it's like you find works for you. One thing I learned with photography,
even the pod mic, like he's saying, is good, right? I had that as well. Fantastic mic.
Which one?
The Rode pod mic, right?
Got it.
That was actually a good mic.
Now here's something a lot of people won't even say. The reason why a lot of people jumped on these mics here, the MV7s, the SM7Bs, is because you can customize them, right? And hopefully this might be pulled off. I can't really get paid for it other than, hey, maybe y'all can look out because I threw an idea. I'm going to get the Alpha Guard for my cameras. I'm going to customize my cameras, right? And put skin on them.
Yeah.
I inboxed them and said, I sent them my video of how I put the mics together, how I did them. And they're like, yo, that's dope. And I was just like, Colorware will paint them, but if you paint it, then you can't change it. So the 2 custom Colorware mics that I have, I can't change them, right? These right here, I can just pull this off and make this a green mic in a day, right? And so the thing is, I said to them, if all y'all using is templates, right? I actually have the template for SM7B. A guy sent me the PDF for it. I'm like, I made my own because I wrapped the mic and I took it off and then I made a stencil of it. But he actually has the actual computer generated specs for the actual arc and the cut. I got a PDF sitting on the computer. So I just don't feel like doing another mic. But if anybody wants to do their SM7B, the PDF is there. You just print that out on the printer and put a knife on your paper and cut it. And then you just clearly wrap it. And then the next thing is, on camera, you can't even see the small details of where I overlapped it at because I got it underneath here and it's so seamless you can't even tell. So what I said to AlphaGuard was like, yo, y'all should make these for the SM7B and the MV7. If you're making them for the camera with all them little small things and everything, and the wrap is so dope, y'all should do it for the mics. I'm like, y'all make a killing.
Yeah, some of these are real, all of them hot. Yeah, some of these are really nice.
What? They make this. Oof.
KP
boy,
original.
They make killing.
The KP originals, boy.
Man.
Yeah, go and send that file to Dr. Cox. He want that. He'll put that to you. Yeah, he know how to work some things.
Yo, that SM7B, man, you just
that's tight.
Look at that blue. Look at that blue.
That's my blue right there. See, that's not the Tom Buck blue. Me and Tom have a different blue. We already had that conversation. And we both know our X codes
I like
by
that
heart.
blue right there. I like Tom. Shout out to Tom Buck. I like Tom Bucks, but that blue right there, is fire.
That one right there.
I'm torn between the red to green, or Cam Skins actually has an all white that's dope that I want to do my lenses. It's fire. It's fire.
Wow. Sammy says, in the last year, I spent less than $1,700 on gear, so I have been saving up. Also, I have been doing some editing. Yeah, listen, man. Yeah, I know you out there in them streets providing value, making overlays, selling LUTs, doing all the stuff behind the scenes. I love it, man.
Who's selling LUTs?
I don't know. Sammy may be, but I know JP is. I know Marshall is. This is a JP LUT that I'm rocking right here. Right.
Nice.
He had me condition the room and everything. Took pictures and they made it work right to the skin tone. So yeah, man. See that? Look at that. It's that James Hicks blue 20557B, man. I know my hex code like I know my social security number. It's a shame.
Dude, I'm running a LUT right now. Here's the funny thing. Guess what LUT I'm running? So I got these LUTs from, was it Motion FX?
Yeah.
And I got them for the Final Cut Pro. And then I thought about, I'm looking at Ecamm, I'm like, wait a minute, LUTs are LUTs, right? So I went into Final Cut Pro. I looked at the LUTs that I like out of there, and I went to their files on the computer, and I was like, let me try that on Ecamm. Like, this right here is a LUT. I'm running a LUT right now.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, let me try this real quick. And I tried it and it worked. So, is this okay? Yeah, see, look, this is a LUT right now. I put it on 100%. See that like cloudy, hazy tone it's got?
On right now at 100% because
it's on at 100. Now it's off. This is bare.
Okay.
This is bare, and I keep it at 50%. Yeah. But this is full. So notice it's like smoky looking.
Yeah, but it washes out your practicals behind you. It washes out that purple light. Okay.
Right. And so I leave it at 50%. So I always liked it without, because I don't normally have a LUT, but I just put these on and I forgot. And I left and I was like, why do I have like a little like purple haze around me? It's like,
he got
so it's a bluish LUT.
Right he got the little Jimi Hendrix going. And now look at him. Now he got some sunflower seeds. This boy done had main course.
No, that's the
some
That's the steak.
beverages,
She got that. She
and
got that right
and now he
burn to
got
it.
now he got the sunflower seeds in his mouth. But shouts
She,
out to DC boy, y'all.
she had the right burn to it. You know what I'm saying? The right
I
burn.
love it. I love it. Any more? I want to see any more questions. I mean, we just walking through, having a conversation. You making me hungry, so we may end up short tonight, so I can go eat. Right, because nobody is here except me and the dog, and I don't have love for the dog, so I'm gonna go get me something to eat somewhere for sure.
So anybody, if you got questions about this room setup, James room setup, utilize your space. So once again, it took me a while on this, and I love it. And I purposely sat over here just to test out functionality. Actually being on the stream. Shout out once again to James. He's crushing it over there on the control tip. But I wanted to see how I could have control over here. So I'm monitoring on the iPad, looking over here. I'm logged into James up top here. I just moved it to that screen up top. It's a regular LG screen. And I'm sitting back here. So I actually have to build a room for somebody. They're doing the construction part, but they're asking me how I would set up the tech stuff if I had more space. So kind of like DJ Rob, shout out to him, where he did Lana Folks, I think her name is. She's some rich dude's wife, and she had her own reality shows. He built her room. It is phenomenal. The one mistake that he admitted was they had a straight desk, but that was her, not him. So he's modifying that. But he set that room up so dope, and they're running like a TV production over there. But it's made where there's an engineer in the room working the room and working Ecamm from over here. He built the station. For me, I'm looking at most of us who are content creators. If you wanted to host people, so like I can sit people at the table and do hosting myself, or if I'm doing hosting for somebody else, I will sit over there. The camera misses me over top where you don't see that right there. And so my next move is just check this out, James. You're gonna like this. So see where the soft boxes are, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get where I can lift those cameras. They're on stands, but I want to find a way to lift them to miss me right here so I can cut in on the people at the table and still be able to sit right there at that desk. The only way I'm able to do it now is to stand up over here and remotely.
Yeah, because I remember you had a whole other system over there at that standing desk to your left. Okay.
Yeah, but if I wanted to stay right here, the only thing is these two cameras that cut off the desk. So this one here, that's over there, and then this one over this side, it would catch me sitting at the desk because I'm right there. So I would have to figure out a way to get it over top. But ideally what I would do is if I did somebody else's room, what I would do is I would turn and face this way, right? So you're looking at the people so that you can do the production on the other side out of the way, and all this is set up. So that's just a design. That's for free, people. Yeah. That would be a dope. If anybody's building a room.
Yeah, and so your cameras too. You've got an interesting setup because you've got them at a different height than I think a lot of folks would have thought to do. Right? You've got actually a lot of your cameras kind of at a lower angle, so they're almost looking up at you as opposed to coming up down.
Well, only one. So what I did with this desk, I deliberately put this desk where I'm eye level into this camera. So if you notice the framing that I have here, I'm pretty much, if I were to throw a grid, I actually have a grid in here that I would normally put up so I can, get the camera set up for, thirds or whatever. But the grid, kind of like the window behind me, if I put the grid overlay on, I can't see it from over here right now, but it would, I have it where the head space is always going to be kind of centered with these cameras, right? Okay. So it'll be centered with these cameras. So when I'm doing production right from the room, you can see the person straight into the monitor there. So like here, looking across there, you can see my hand here, but looking across there, the person can see themselves. So when I do podcasts in here and I duck, I can tell the person, look right in there, and they'll say, hey, we'll be right back after these messages, right at the camera. So they'll kind of be doing this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, glad to have you on the show today. We'll be right back. And if they turn over here, they can look at it right there and turn into it. This is the only low camera right here. That's the one on the desk.
That's the hot one right there. I mean, that again,
Yeah.
that's a different angle that I respect. And so I'll bring this in just to kind of show, right? Because here, so my main camera
Make a big screen. Make a big screen.
Let me do this. I'm all over the place here. Let me do this right here. So I
like that teleprompter, bro.
That's that desk view. That's that. I forgot which one of the TS12 or whatever the case may be. I'm looking slightly above at the teleprompter, and I wanted to actually move it slightly below the monitor over here. Right. So I think what I'm gonna do tonight is actually move it down about 2 inches, so I kind of have that dramatic look of having the camera down, looking up at me, not necessarily looking up my nose or anything, but looking just slightly off centered, similar to what you have right there with that view. And Sammy, there goes the mic right there, brother. There goes that Deluit right there, looking pretty. So ZV1 EF up there, not doing nothing. It's a shame. Anybody want it? I'll put it in the trading post and sell it to y'all.
So look. So if I'm sitting at the desk. So here's the thing about why people need to get off of that Sigma 16, right? And open yourselves up. Check this out. So this is the Tamron 1120. Look at what you can do with this for a whole dynamic shot. So you got to watch it because that vignetting right there. But here, right there, boom. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. You know, open the whole room up, especially if you're trying to feature your mic. You want to show your mic off a little bit, but you don't want the mic directly in your face to get it into the frame. You got the mic sitting over here, and you're now displaying that whole room. And look at that little like reach. So I literally can use my hands, keep my hands in the whole picture talking. And, so I'll change the lens. Normally I'll put the 16 on here, but I'm like, when you tweak them right, the quality of it, you literally can get this, popping off. And look, this right here, you can change your look from stream to stream. So you make a tight shot now. You got a tight one. It's slightly below you here, but like you said, not up in your nose.
Yeah.
And then you can sit there and widen this. Man, I fell in love with this because I had to use it because my son took my 16 millimeter and I was pissed with him. Yeah. And I was like, dang, I need a lens real quick. And I was like, oh, I got this 11 to 20. And I threw it on there and I was like, oh, I kind of like this.
I like that, man. That's hot right there. That's hot right there. Roy, I'm going to get to your question in just a second. I want to pull up some.
Go ahead, what's Roy got?
Right. Well, we're still talking cameras and lenses. He want to talk about lights, but we're going to get into that too. So Kevin says, I like my 24 f2.8 prime a bit further back on the desk so I don't have to sit right up on top of it. Good point. Yeah, look at Chris. He going to go out there and do his mic too, right? Colorware on the SM7B. Don't use our colors. No, hold on. Chris Stone can do whatever he wants to.
You can't do colorware on SM7B though, can you?
I don't know. Chris Stone can do whatever he wants to do.
Colorware doing SM7Bs?
That man now has keys to he's got the fraternity handshake. After what I saw him do today on today's stream, he can do whatever in the world he wants to do.
Wait. So Chris asked, is that colorware on the SM7B? No. Yeah. No, that's custom.
That's KP original. That's what that is. That's he did that in the garage with the kids one day. That's what that is. That's some color paper. Well, I'm not gonna give everything away. I'll just point to the video that you posted.
No. Yeah. Give it away.
I just point to the video.
If you just go to the convos, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just put it in the comments section. You just go to the convos on YouTube. It comes up on my main page. So you at the convos, it'll come right up on the main page, show you how I did it. The funny thing with that is once I showed everybody how I did it, is most people still don't want to do it.
It looked like it was hard work. That's why.
India did it. She did a dope red one. I like her mic.
Hers came out hot. Yeah, definitely came out hot. There we go.
It came out hot. The dilemma is when you do the mic, but yet if your camera shot is so tight and you only see this part right here, it's like, what good was it to do that? See, this stuff is intentional. I was going to color the arms, but I was like, if I color the arms, then it'll wash out the uniqueness of the cables. And so, but I'm, I was just reaching to do it. And then I was probably going to take this Elgato advertisement off there since they didn't sponsor me and give me, Maybe I'll put, if you got stickers,
I'm why I don't use the PSA 1. That's exactly the reason why I don't use it, because that big logo on it.
I'll put focus on here before I put.
I got some stickers. Hold on now. I throw some stickers.
Listen, you send me some stickers. I put the stickers on here. I'll put focus on there.
I will give you some stickers. Let's see. Okay.
That's the idea. Since this is in the shot, I may do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's see.
Okay. Right now in this shot, I'm advertising
YouTube links. Hold on. Well, he can do that kind of thing. He's got permission, but not a lot of other people can do YouTube links. Let me see, man. Let me make sure. I trust you, brother. I just want. Oh, God, look at that, Kevin Cox, ladies and gentlemen. He's got the link right there. How to set up the SM7B.
Kevin be on it, man. Kevin is the man. Kevin is the man.
Raise his salary.
Why don't Kevin just jump on too, man? You know what I'm saying?
Kevin, we've been telling this man to get on camera.
It be at Disneyland.
He's a producer. Up in he stays behind the scenes and does his ladies' production, and all that. But we need to see Kevin Cox on camera. Yes, huh? We calling you out. This is like a breaking contest right now. I'm calling you out. Old Beach
Kevin
Street.
Working for Adele on the low. He working for Adele and Beyonce and Jay-Z and them. He doing production. He just ain't telling nobody. I knew I saw him at the Grammys. I was like, that look like Kevin.
Pretty much. Up there, ushering folks onto the stage. Hey, Jim, good to see you, brother. You say, are you going to patent that distinct yellow? I think you should. I think you should put a trademark on that.
It's bad. I don't even use that orange one over there. I really don't even use it because I just don't use that side. But I literally was going to rip the orange off of there because I didn't want to buy another one. But I don't really use the orange that much. I don't know why.
Sammy. Don't test me, brother.
There you go.
Don't test. There go the link right there.
Sammy probably set. He probably set. And you're going to see them boxes he got in the room. He got a new something in the room.
He going to come in hot, boy.
Sammy got the new ZVE camera.
I don't doubt it. He probably got it before everybody else. He got it before Vaughn got it. I know. Kevin talking about my
Next
room
time I
is
go to
torn
B&H.
up at the moment. You see, my room is torn up at the moment. Spring break here. Well, that's true. He's out there teaching. So shouts out to you, Mr. Cox, out there teaching the kids and doing that thing. So we appreciate you for that, sir. Let me move this
Next
out
time
the
I
way.
go to New York, I'm going straight up to
Adorama?
B&H.
Oh.
No. I've never been to Adorama. Is that a nice store?
I haven't been in. I walked by and it was closed the day I went, but I went to B&H and almost lost my mind. And it was
Why do I think that Adorama and B&H is the same people?
Mm-hmm. No, because I went to Peloton, because Peloton is right across the street from B&H. I went over there looking for Alex and Kendall, the instructors that I follow a lot. I went looking for them. I almost got thrown out, but we don't have to talk about that either. Then went across the street to B&H. Yeah, No. All right,
Sammy,
I'm gonna take it down here. See, I got the A7. Ooh, the AS.
A7, probably A7S3.
A7S3 on it. Man.
Oh, that's a good move, man.
Starting to get jealous of Sammy's superstar.
Okay, send
he
your
out there
eCam
in
link.
Streets in the right place.
Joshua needs your eCam link. Your affiliate link.
Oh, okay. I was like, I just had it on screen. Okay.
Yeah, put it back up there so you can get that 14-day trial.
Listen, I may
it's worth every penny. What's the
I may
platform
hook you up
you
with a
use
little
for
bit
your
longer.
broadcast?
Yeah, I may hook you up with a little bit longer than that. I think
you got that power?
Sorry about that. Did I say that online?
You got the power, man.
You got the power. Let me throw this up here. Woo woo. Control V. Bam. Listen, folks, go ahead and get some of that Ecamm action right there. Oh my
And so Joshua versus movies. I'm using Ecamm now too on this end, and that's how I'm able to switch these daggone cameras and do some other stuff. I'm not doing it right now, but I'll be able to do some other stuff.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Mel is still here. We're gonna get you from StreamYard one of these days. I'm just gonna bring a Mac to your house. But shouts out to them. They doing some things over there too. But browser based, it does a great job of what it's doing. I like what they're adding on. But man, I've been a cult of Mac person ever since I worked there. I worked at Apple for 10 years. I had my one-on-one with Steve Jobs. I'm just never switching. Yeah, man.
Come on, dude. How you holding out? You ain't telling nobody, man.
Hold on. Let me show you something.
I know you got selfies with Steve Jobs and all of that stuff, man. What you saying, man? That's the flex right there. That's the big flex.
They go my Apple. Which camera am I using? That's my.
Come on, man. That's the biggest flex right there. Well, Apple.
It's all right. It's all right.
Man, I'm still right here.
There you go. Apple Management Program, James Hicks.
Oh.
I had Dan Walker. I had Pete Oppenheimer. Someone like Doc would know these names that I'm dropping. I had Greg Joswiak, CMO for Apple, and Steve Jobs, part of the crew that was teaching some of us managers at the time culture and the Apple way, so to speak. So yeah, man, it was pretty dope back in the day. It was really dope back in the day.
Oh man, that's the flex right there, bro. That's the flex. That's the real flex right there.
Google me, brother. Go to page 3 though, because the first 2 pages are the wrong James Hicks, and they're a murderer. I've done it. So I've been asked about it before. So yeah, go to page 3. Yeah, the first 2 pages.
Don't go to the first one.
Yeah, don't do that. I need to work on my SEO just a little bit on my name to get above the person that's killing people. Pray for me.
Wait, before you bring it in, I like that light behind you.
Which one?
The with the barn doors on it. So what's the functionality of that one? I like it. So let
me bring you in here. I'm gonna make you small. I don't normally make KP small, but today I am for this.
I just like the wait. So in beta, you know how to do that quick. You just drag that sucker off of the
That's
thing.
True. I could drop it off of the camera.
I kept forgetting that. I was sitting there trying to find a mouse and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I can just take it and boom, drop it on there."
I don't do those kind of things. I already got the show set up. I got the scenes and the overlays for every single thing. So it goes.
No, you're right.
Perspective.
You're right.
So which light are you talking about? The barn doors? Oh, this one right. This was actually shouts out to Steve Worthy right here. He's got the one that actually is a floor standing one, but I wanted the one that sits on my desk right here. So it's the old school kind of film light, and that's just a hue light in there. Be honest with you, since it's not directly on the camera, I'm not getting the flicker yet. It's just practical. It's just a practical, just like the lights back there. I mean, those are practicals as well, kind of the old style, old fashioned bulb lights. You see my cars back there. Shouts out to Tesla, man. I wish Elon would act right.
That's a dope practical. See, that's why I love the shots that you do as well, because you open a room up, right? You let people in your space. I just watched everybody get tight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, I'm like, I got a scene. Yeah, I actually got scenes set up where, if you remember, I had the Polaroids, but I had them in 9x16. So that when I had multiple people on, each person could show their 16x9 shot, not a square. What you doing with us is perfect, but you have your scene set up for open shots. Not
got to.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I want the mind to wander. I want the eye to wander and see again the intentionality of all the stuff that's here. Right? Those pictures are in the exact same place that I want folks to take that eye and look. I want you to see that canvas that I got right there. So I mean, all of that, everything is in its place because it's supposed to be in its place.
Yeah, I
There
like
you go.
it, man, because it made, you know, it made sense. Like it just, I like it. Like for me, the love matters. You know, to
Yeah.
see Dream in the window. If I move, you see Laugh from a different angle. Every camera shot has to say something, and so here's a nugget we can drop.
Drop
I
it.
hate saying that word, or
Go
gems
ahead.
and
Drop
nuggets. I hate saying that, but the thing that I think that most people, especially the bag chasers, aren't fair enough in telling people is the intentionality of you had the camera chasers is like, oh, I got 5 angles. Okay, but what's the overhead angle for? Like when you show that overhead, what is it showing? You
it.
know, when
Mm-hmm.
you show that left side, what is it showing me other than the left side of your face? You know what I'm saying? So you want an ooh factor when you push that button
Mm-hmm.
and it goes boom. So like
Mm, mm,
now I
mm.
hit this, you got a ladder over there. You see the word dream. You see be happy over the head. You see, you know, the curtain thing behind. You see the Elgato art. Like you see something when you go here that's normally pointed somewhere else, but you see something different. Each angle is not just saying, look at a different side of me. You understand what I'm saying? It's like it's showing you it's doing something like this is going to put the attention on the table itself. Like that's what it's going to do. So on Sundays when I do my sermons or speaking, I'm only flipping between 4 cameras. The jib is moving to get more of a flow, you
Yeah.
know, to
Yeah.
intentionally show the soft box, the behind the scenes. So that one camera is giving you a little bit of a BTS, but not too much, you know? And so it's intentionality. Like your room is intentional. That's what I love
Yeah.
about it. It's intentional. You're
Yeah.
looking like even your tight shot does something like because you're on platform with different people. So, you know, you have to set up for a tight shot.
True.
But the same tight shot, you should be able to open it up. And intentionally, you see the Teslas, you
Yeah.
see the barn door, you see the nice little stick light over here. You see something that goes along with branding you, not just something that's just there to be like, ooh, look at
That's just
that.
boring, right? We're
Yeah,
actually, and
yeah,
I
I
guess I
love
would
it.
say that we're both trying to show emotion as well, right? In
Mm,
the setup, right?
mm,
Because again, with the camera angles, if they make sense, the camera angles they bring about emotion. They attract the eye to something else real quick. Oh, let me take a look at that dream sign, boom, and then back to KP and whoever's guess is. So moral of the story, there it is, and the message for the folks in the streets: do what you do with intentionality, and then you already got the content, right? You already know what you want to say. You already know what you want to do. If you want to level up that production and make it look a certain way, do that, but
mm.
do it such that it matches with your goal, your mission, your plan for delivering your message to your community. Don't just have a whole bunch of lights going. Don't that don't make sense. Don't have some pink over here, some yellow over here, and some green over here just because you can. Just
Right,
because you can set
right.
the CRT level on these lights and things like that. Back to the question about lights, I think that Roy was asking. You nan light now, right? Or you still Godox or Amaranth?
No, just Godox and Philip Hue.
Okay.
Go
All right.
well, Godox, Philip Hue, and Aperture. So soft
Mm.
boxes are all Aperture. So Aperture Amaran actually. So these you probably can see it. Amaran's up here. These are 1x2s. So 2 of them over top. And then those are the minis. What are they called? The Aperture Dome Mini 2s up front to shine at the front desk. I kept them round. I wanted to put them like square, but I just didn't like the softness of it. So I kept those round. Aperture over there for the lantern, and everything else is Philip Hue. And just the Godox on these right here, they're Godox. And this guy over here is another duplicate. That's a Godox down there in the cut. So it's a mixture of everything. And the crazy thing is I got 2 Neewer lights, the 2 cheap $99 ones that I
Mm-hmm.
take when I go in the field, and they work. I mean, like well, they work because they're lights. That's another thing I can't get in my head. I'm just like, people that got a dome light,
You think about it, a lot of
okay,
this stuff out here is actually quality gear, man. I mean, you got to kind
yeah,
of get out of that whole conversation of I gotta have uh Nan or I mean, everyone makes quality gear. They really do.
yeah,
I mean, it's just the added flexibility, added integration. Do they have a mobile phone app? You're right. Not everyone has that. Just some of those feature comforts. Maybe another
Mhm.
manufacturer, another OEM may have, but these are you get video lights for a video room. You have no flicker. Done. Right. If
Right.
those are your main lights, if you're going to have practicals, yeah, you can use Hue for a minute until they stop working. And these have been here since the beginning of the pandemic, and there's
And
still no problem with it.
Aperture now made the Philips Hue version of, like, they took what Philip Hue was doing,
Yeah.
and Aperture made them in video lights. So none of these are video lights around me. None of these on this shot right here. None of these are video light. Only
Mm.
video light I have is the 3 Godox and the soft boxes. All the soft boxes are video lights. Anything color in here, they're actually, other than the Godox, these things ain't no. And so, but the cameras, I got them set
Gonna
so that
say
they
go
don't have the
there,
flicker.
go into the frame rate, right? Again, you can
Yeah,
buy all this stuff, but you got to know how to set it up. You got your
yeah.
frame rate set.
If you don't have that frame rate right,
Ooh.
so these in the front, the frame rates are set. This is not on the frame rate. So if you look closely at the blue light, it should be flickering. The color lights over there, they should be flickering. They may or may not be, but depending on if you really look into it,
Yeah.
that camera is going to show those flickering, and this camera should show them flickering as well. So you may not see it right now, but I don't have those cameras set to avoid the flicker. Just the 3 front ones looking at me are set to avoid the flicker. Everything else is not. Not even this one here. This is not. Did I set this one? Yeah, I didn't set this one. And it's funny because this light's not flickering behind me. It should be, but it's not. Amazing, right?
Today's a good day.
Hey, man.
Hey, Roy said he about to go out there and change his background look right now, right? Roy gonna roll up his sleeves tonight, and he gonna do some studio reconfiguring. I love it. Let me see. Let me make sure I got everything. Do you know Imran? He worked at Apple. Sammy, there was hundreds of thousands of people at Apple, brother. No, I probably. I've been to Infinite Loop a number of times, but my office was in Folsom, not in Cupertino.
I love Sammy.
Sammy, he probably know him personally too, right? You say hook him up, so I can get my next MacBook Pro, that new 15 that's coming out. Now we'll get that. I will get that new 15 Pro when it comes out. Let me see. Make sure we got all the questions. Have you ever thought of making a streaming setup in the Tesla? No, man. I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Because the thing beeps at you if you're not paying attention with the latest software update, right? It knows when I'm like surfing the web or I'm looking at my phone and it gives me a nag message. I'm like, I should probably pay attention while I'm driving. So no, I'm not gonna do the Marquez thing and set up a whole bunch of cameras. You being cold. Listen, but she makes some apple cobbler too or something. God,
no. That was the kid. He be out there with mom playing around with his bedtime. And it's like, bro, he sitting there waving like, all right, peace, dad. I'm going to bed. I'm like, bro, you late, man. Playing around with your mom.
It's still school tomorrow.
He be playing around with. He gets up early though, so I'm like, but he be straight going up on her, boy. He be punking her. That's all. I'm gonna leave that alone though.
I look at see. Okay, yes. Chris is talking about. I've been dropping some names today. I'm gonna stop because
Sammy said the Godox Flash.
I have a Godox.
Yeah.
Well, I think I sold it because I sold it when I sold my A7 IV. Because I'm just rocking the FX30 right now.
Dude, you and Steve.
Yeah.
You and Steve, when y'all sold them 4s, I was like, boy, I wish I had the money. I'd have snatched them. That 4 is still phenomenal. And so I got a strategy now. Since I got prime lenses, I got a 35 and a 50 prime for the full frame. I was like, and Kevin will like this. I was like, wait a minute. So I'm going to put the primes on the A7 IV, right? Here's the reason why. Because it's 41, I think it's like 41 megapixels, right? And the A7R is more. But
61, I think, yeah.
Yeah, but I was sitting there like, now I have a reason to go backwards and use the A7 IV with a prime, because when you shoot prime, you're not really shooting a crop. You're shooting to frame it exactly what you want.
Yes.
When you got zoom lens on there, you kind of like a dialing around and, playing with it, changing up, moving in, moving back, doing all of this. When you got the prime lens on, you literally move your feet and walk exactly and frame what you want. So when you cropping, you're not really cropping that much. So your 41 megapixels is still going to be in that quality frame. Whereas with the A7 R5, I get lazy and I just be like, I just make the person this big in it and do this. And then, you pull that sucker down. That quality's still rich, boy. That
you
camera's
still
a
edit that
beast.
down. That's true.
Yeah. But you start
A7 IV.
cheating. Yeah, he sold it, Sammy. He sold that joint.
I did. I sold. So the reason I sold it is because it was
had
overheating.
a good reason.
It was overheating. And I followed all the directions and all that. And then, of course, after I sold it, they released a firmware that addressed the overheating issue on video. So I wish I hadn't, but I'm all right. I'm all right with the FX30 sitting back.
You don't do photography that much, though, do you?
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. But shoot, the FX, I've seen cats using it for photography, and it's like their pictures look great.
Really? No, I got it bolted to this teleprompter right here, and the only thing is gonna move, like I said, it's gonna move down maybe 2 inches later on tonight, and that's it. That's about it. Ooh, $38.99 for that A7R5. Okay, let me put that on the firm and see. Let me do $163 a month on a firm.
Hey man, I'm taking the gigs now. I'm taking the gigs.
It's already paid for.
I did a video for Wandered.
Okay.
Actually,
you told me that last time, and we spent like 20 minutes trying to find it.
Well, did you find it in the phone? Did you see it in the phone?
No, didn't find it.
It's in Instagram on your phone. It's in there, right? So if you go to Wander on Instagram,
he lying.
Then but you have to do it on your phone. So that's the difference on how they do stuff. So Wandered and RD. So Wandered is, but you can only do it in your phone. Online it doesn't work.
Okay.
So if you hit View Shop and then you go to this sling, right?
Yeah.
Tag. I didn't put a zoom on none of these. All right. So
which sling? The Rogue
if you
9L?
if you go to the Rogue 6L or 9L, right? It's actually, and you swipe over, you see me right there. So I would have to zoom in so you see it. I don't feel like getting up, but it's in there on your phone. So if you go to the shop on the phone and hit on the Sling 6 or 9 and start swiping, you'll see me in the bike outfit. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to see it.
Oh, let me see. Let me see this. View Shop.
Right? So you View Shop in Instagram.
Rogue 6L. Swipe over. All I see is a whole bunch of bags. Oh, no, that's not you. We said that wasn't you. I said.
Take your time.
It was another brother. I thought it was you.
It's after the guy with the snowboard.
Oh, snap.
I told you, man.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute.
And watch this next video I'm about to drop on them. Watch, they're going to put me up on there. I'm telling you. Watch when I drop this next video.
Bruh, come on now.
You're gonna be like, oh, look at Kiwi on that next one, too. I'm going to drop this next video on him.
Hold up, man. Okay.
You see it?
Yeah, you looking. That's tight. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Pelzer is on the Wandered IG site. Just go there and search for this man, and there he is on his bike doing this thing. That's dope.
But see, ain't that crazy? You can't see it on the.
That's interesting. Yeah, you can't see it on the regular site. You have to go. So they're pushing everyone to their IG shop, which makes sense, right? Makes sense. So
okay,
Wandered IG WANDRD, and look at the Rogue 6L sling, and you'll see Keith. He's the probably the 8th shot in the carousel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's in there, man. You see
I
it.
ain't
You see
mad at
it.
that.
It's in
Okay,
there.
there you go.
It's,
We couldn't get it last time. We got it this time. So I'm like, man, he telling me lies
I
up
knew
in
because
here.
I know you was like, nah,
Like,
he ain't on there. He ain't know what he
he out
talking
here
about.
fabricating.
I told you. I'm like, I said, I'm on there, man. I was like, I
Yeah,
told you I'm on there.
this brother up in here fabricating. Gosh, no.
So this is that's not going to play the actual video. That just gave a picture, but the video of this, um it's got me moving with the bag and everything. So
Mhm.
I'm like, I got this desk in the video. So I'm actually about to drop it on IG right now.
Might as
I'm
well,
gonna drop
yeah,
it on
because you
IG.
can share that. You can share that in your own story. I see, and I'm gonna share that in my story. So, folks,
I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna drop it on IG so they can see it.
shout out to IG coming through with some. Okay, listen,
That
folks, we just having fun here, right? Hopefully, we bring in some value to you. You know, sometimes we need to have a lesson. Sometimes we need to have a little motivational conversation, but a lot of times we just need to entertain and have a good time because
and it's original music. It's original music that
whose
me
music?
and my boy
Your
Darren
music?
did. Yeah, it's music we did for Most Def. It's for Most Def and it's for Most Def and Floetry. That's who did
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Most Def and Floetry, so I ain't gotta clear that. Like I don't want to hear y'all mouth.
Yeah.
Is that right there? Like I don't want to hear y'all clear.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the
Can
Wander
I
Sling
talk?
on
Can I
there.
talk to the owner of the copyright? Yeah, you talk to him right now.
Yeah, you talking to him. So I'm not clearing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not clearing nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell him, you know? That's what I'm trying to tell him. So once again, James, thank you, man. You put me up on those Wander bags and I'm in my glory.
That's the
I'm
truth.
in my glory.
Yeah, that's where we at, man.
And
listen, I want to find something because I want. Okay, go ahead while I search for this because I was going to show something.
What?
Hold on.
You got something?
Well, no, I was going to show some more. I was going to show the images that you took sitting in the mirror. Just follow Keith Pelzer, ladies and gentlemen, on Instagram. You will see a master craftsman when it comes to photography. He is he knows
kidding,
the tools in his toolbox, and he is being very creative in how he uses them, and it's being recognized not just by us but also by brands, the Wanders of the world, the Shures of the world, folks of the world are recognizing the quality of the product that he's putting out. So yeah, get a man a follow, man. Give him a little shout out, give him a little love.
All right, I'm gonna call it "What's in My Wander Sling" for cycling photos. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do it, and then I gotta tag them in it. I'm gonna tag you in it. I'm gonna add tag to Wander, and then I'm gonna add tag to James Hicks, and I'm gonna say, shout out to James Hicks.
They're gonna be like, who? They're like, no, he not getting nothing.
For put me on to this bag.
Ooh. Yeah, because this is the one I'm
there
rocking
we go.
right now. Yeah, because this is the one right here that I'm rocking. That
what you got there, man? That's what I'm talking about.
That's the Provoke 41 millimeter. That's no, but this is the picture of the 21. But I got
look at that. Look at that side.
Yeah,
I like it, man.
Yeah, that's the one I'm rocking. Come on.
Ooh,
God,
sweet.
Yeah,
sweet.
And I got that camera cube too. Oh my God. Listen. Honored is the truth. I love your Peak Design. You served me well for a number of years.
Shout out to Peak Design. Y'all did a great job, but I promise you know what I mean? And Wander came with that right bag. And I was feeling the Peter McKinnon bag, but it was just like, it's good and stealthy, but it's like, it wasn't big enough, man.
Yeah. I put it in my hand and I had both the Wander and I had the McKinnon one, the Nomadic, and I said, no, couldn't do it. at that time I couldn't justify the McKinnon price tag, but I still dropped a couple of nickels on this 141. So
now I'm sticking with my what's his name though. I'm sticking with my 2 owner bags.
yeah.
I got them on sale from see, wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out why it doesn't come up if you click on the one or on them bags right now. Why the video doesn't come up. So when you click on that, it doesn't give you the video when you scroll over,
Yeah,
right?
no.
When you shop. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. It doesn't give it to you. So online, you'll never see my video.
Which is crazy.
It's the video is on their page though. If you scroll back, the video is actually on there. If you keep going a little bit more, you're probably gonna look up and see it. Because the actual video is on their webpage. Okay. But I mean on their feed. But in order to see the advertisement one,
got you.
It's so it was before Christmas. Well, yeah, because that was the end of summer last year. So yeah, you'd be scrolling back a minute. But yeah, they put it on there. I was like, thank you, people. Yeah, under Reels, that would be the thing. It's probably under the Reels. That's a good bag, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to drop this joint. So, photo gear. What other hashtags I got to put on here? Let me see. Sony A7. You got to shout your camera out.
Got you.
And your hashtags. Okay.
You over here doing some micro content right now, folks. We're gonna get this affiliate money some kind of way, some kind of how. We're gonna get this affiliate money.
I threw the tag in there so they know. My man James put me onto it.
Listen, don't be afraid to send me one of them 6 liters either, man. I take it.
Be like, I always wanted to see how that 3 liter kind of works.
I won't sell it. I'll keep it too. Wandered. Hey,
in purple. In purple.
In purple or that blue 20.
The greens are gone.
B. Man, I almost forgot my hex code.
They bought the olive all out.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, they bought them. Yep. They
see, the 41L, they only did it in black. They didn't do it in blue or any other color. So I was kind of disappointed by that. But what are you gonna do?
If you need help editing that micro content, message me.
Wait a minute. So look at Sammy. See, he out there doing it, man. Sammy said, if you need some help, let me know. He come out there and help you out.
A74. That's what. Okay, A74. And then what else? I'm trying to work this hashtag stuff to see because I've been doing some good ones. Trying to feel how it does. Cycling gear. I'll call it cycling gear. That works as a hashtag. Photo bag. Photo bag. See, people like that stuff. What else? Let me see. There's a Sony lens on here. So that's the 70 to 200 millimeter 2.8 G Master. What other choice? The Sony 35 millimeter, right? 1.4. That's a good lens, man. I love that lens. It's a real good one.
Sammy over here telling the truth. He over 3,000 subscribers on his micro content. He was the first. He was one of the first ones out there doing a lot of shorts. And Sammy will just sit there, wake up in the morning, and do a short 30 or 60 seconds, and put it out there. And next thing you know, his numbers were growing. So he's out there putting in the work.
What is micro content?
So again, it's those shorts, right? It's just that real short form video, 30, 60, 90 seconds or so on YouTube, or even the reels on IG or the stories and the reels on Facebook as well. So again, just those quick hits, those quick dopamine hits. And, Sammy will have just a topic that he talks about for that short period of time. And the fact that now they can be monetized, right? He's monetized on I don't know if he's monetized on YouTube yet, but once he gets to that point, he can actually do that. So
Sammy's balling. He's at 3,000.
Man, he's bad, man. Listen, he a bad man. Come on now.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
We just trying to get to the party with him. I just want to get up there and say, I'm with him. Right. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get there and be like, hey.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm about to embark on. So there's a trait that I have where from music to ministry to bike cycling or anything I do,
Yeah.
I like to dig in and go against the grain and uniquely try to find a dope way to have other people say like, yo, that system is dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you're doing it now. What how you're doing your live. Like your live is not like everybody went to somebody's class or everybody read somebody's book on how to do it. I think what's crazy is, and I could be off with it, I'm seeing a lot of content creators that are trying to tell people how to do something that you see no proof that they're doing it well.
Mm.
I think that's real weird. And
Wow.
that's not a stab at anybody, you know, particular. It's just I'm seeing it. It's not really bothering me in a bad way. I'm just looking at it like there's a lot of instructors that's like, we're in a day and age that people are looking at. If you're telling me how to get more likes and every piece of content I see that you have only got 3 likes on it, how am I believing that your system works? You know, if you're
you
saying,
trying to teach me and coach me when you got 4 people that subscribe to your.
I mean, and this, like, you take a Sammy for example, right? Sammy comes up my feed, I see his stuff, I like his stuff. It's like, you know, Sammy, I hit TikTok, I see Sammy. You know, it's like, but Sammy's not like, oh, here's the Sammy masterclass, and technically he could do it because he's doing it, right? It's almost like do it and then have the results and let people check you. One of the biggest things I always like to talk about is how when Puffy Combs came to our studio, not because we went up New York saying this is how you do a record, it's because we did the damn record how we did the record. But we was confident that the way we doing it, shout outs to the Neumann mics, right? We used the ones we used and we used them. And by the time somebody said, they came in the room and looked like, oh, y'all using the U87 because that song y'all did that they played up at the record company was fire. It's like, but that was the other mic. Which mic was that? And then we had C4 AKG C414s. We used those for the backgrounds.
Wow. Okay.
That's a whole nother story. We did backgrounds. Jill Scott's record, Words and Sounds, some of her backgrounds are C414. And then the lead mic is a U87.
Wow.
Or a U47.
Okay.
Or a U67. Or a U47 too. We interchanged different things. So back to the point is, Rob, what's going on with my Canadian brother? So the thing is, you got people that'll say, well, this is how you do it. But it's like you can believe Nikki, right? Nikki Saunders. Just go to her stuff. Nikki puts up, hey, you know, oh, I'm going to show you how to slap the mic to the left. And it's like 1,000 people like it. So it's like, I believe she knows what she's talking about. But you got other people that their approach to it is, I'm going to show you how to do this. And it's just like, yo, why don't you spend more time just do it? And then
talking about it.
Yeah, be the influencer. Like, think about influencers. We have a day and age now where, and you know this because this is your field. Everybody that's around you and your colleagues, they're not influencers. You know why? Because after a while, people ain't stupid. They will follow to see your practicality with what you're pushing. And if you don't have practicality with what you're pushing, you start to get labeled as a phony, or you have the people that follow you. Like, your bag is cool for what you getting it on, but it's the person that instead of getting a Dyson, you getting a Shark knockoff. You understand what I'm saying?
Make
Like
it plain right there,
the
bro.
reason why Shark did it, because there's a bunch of people that's gonna buy the Shark.
Yeah.
But the people that know that they know that they know, they're gonna get a Dyson.
Yes, sir.
They're not gonna argue and be like, well, Shark make the same thing for cheaper. No, you're just gonna get a Dyson and not complain about it.
Mhm.
People that are really into electric cars until everybody else's technology catches up, just go get a Tesla. Don't get a Fisker and something else and be like, oh, I got an electric car. It's not as much as a Tesla. Well, that's why it sucks. You got what I'm saying?
Because no range on your
yeah, that's why you're joined because they ain't catch up yet. Like you have to deal with what's proven itself. So like with this right here, I didn't tell people this is how you build a podcast table because everybody's like, oh, here's a table and I got the desk that go up and down. I didn't get an up and down desk. I made my desk and I customized and made it what it is. And you know what people do? They come in. Musicians know what my desk is. You know what they say? Yo, but yours different. What you do? Oh, you got yours jacked up higher. Well, why you got it like that? Because the keyboard sits higher. And most of the time when people play and create or they at shows, they're not sitting down on the stool. Yeah. They're like sitting up on the stool. And they like, damn, I never thought about that. And they're like, well, what made you do that? Trial and error. Not telling everybody I know how to do it. It's learn how to do what you see, what you feel, make it work. So now I can basically tell somebody, this is how you should set up your room. Not because I did it and then I just said, everybody got to do this. I'm working through it to be like, yo, here's why it works. I'm going to show you. And here's why it may not work for you. Simple.
Bruh.
You see what I'm saying? Like that right there, man, I still got the Elgato foot pedal still sitting over there doing nothing. I got a use for it now, but it's not doing nothing because Let
me pull mine literally out of the trash. I threw this. This is my second one.
Bro.
I just do it. It stopped working. This is the second one. The first one, they did an RMA on it and they were turning. And today, before my stream with Chris, I was going to use it and it stopped working. So
Dave Harvey, Dave Harvey, my man, he's like, I have 3 Dyson fans. And yup. Dude, I get it. Like, some people are going to say it's a waste of money. It's like, yo, if you're only trying to pick up a couple of crumbs off the floor, cool. Get your Shark, get your cheaper joint. But here's the funny thing. I still got that roller Dyson that I've had for over 6 years, and it picks up like a beast. It works. It's fine. Now, Dyson, some of them are duds every now and again, but they stand behind their product. They will piss some people off. The handheld vac, I did end up having a problem with that, but my main vac, the sucker still worked. But the thing is, I put it through the test. So when I tell you about a Dyson, I've had Dysons. I've gotten rid of Dysons that I don't, come on, man. I've had Dysons that I got rid of, not because it was broke. I just wanted to upgrade.
There go my Dyson right there.
And it works, right?
That's it.
And it works, right?
Work all day, every day. That's it.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, them content creators, man, right? You know, there's some people that they will actually tell you what to use rather than show you how they do it. And so that's something that that somebody said on their podcast I was listening to. I want to give them credit, but they said, don't tell me how to do it. Show me how to do it. And when you showing me, the best way to show me is you do it. And if I see you doing it, then I have something to measure when you tell me what it is. Now you're showing me you rather than showing me something that's not you. Like, show me how that works. It's like when people say, dude, one of the worst ones I saw is this YouTube is to show you how to engage with the audience. It's like, you don't even engage with me. You got what I'm saying? I was deliberate today when I put up, you know, my wife putting on shorts in this season, right? That's a marriage ministry point of loving your wife, like whatever it is. Like, you can be like, baby, show some more arm, baby, show some more toes or something like that. That's just a spark. Yeah. But it's how I love my wife, but it's inspiration for other people, not a marriage masterclass on how to have a better marriage. Just show it. So now when I'm on a platform, like my wife and I got to do a thing in Vermont this year. We're probably going to visit ECAM on the way back. But the thing is, it's like now I can show my content from an unconscious standpoint of view that wasn't loaded with, oh, I'm doing a seminar.
A whole bunch of
See,
sales
that's a
pitches
funny
or
thing.
something of that nature. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like if somebody's like, oh, shout out to Rob, right? But and he knows this. This is what he does. So when I see Rob on a plane leaving Canada and traveling to Vegas or traveling to Florida, this, that, and the third, this is something he does on a regular. There's other people that just pop up like, oh, I got chosen to speak on a platform, and now all of a sudden they're experts in something. It's like, no, you're not. It's like, yo, let me just see your off day and see what you do. So like me, I put pictures up. They're intentional.
Yeah.
Like I'll take, when you see me have a picture of Tina at the coffee shop, I took like 300 photos that day. I scaled them down. I looked at them and said, oh, I like this one.
Yeah.
And then it's not just, oh, that's a dope shot. Oh, I'm going to try to make this picture look great. No, it's got a story in it. It's intentional. It's got a vibe to it. It's liberating for other people. You know, it's celebrating other photographers and stuff like that. It's being unique to the art. I don't make copyable stuff. That's the crazy thing. Like this room right here, I don't make copyable stuff. I had at least like 3 people that basically like, oh, what's that? And they got it too. And it's just like, don't do that because you're going to fail. And you're going to get stuck, left out there, because I can't guide you step through step what my next move is, because I'm a creative. And being a creative, you get inspiration and it sparks. When it sparks, you do it. And so if you follow people and you follow their actual outlines, you got to wait for them to get inspired to find out what your next move is. That's a terrible place to be in. Man. That picture right there. Yeah. Thank you, man. That picture right there. I don't approach branding the way most people do. So I actually have like 2 situations going on now where the one person, I told him, he's like, oh, I'm gonna send you these t-shirts. I'm like, yo, I don't like all of them. Like the one t-shirt I don't like. I just told him, I don't like it. And I wasn't dissing it. I was just like, I'll do a picture on it, but I gotta feel it.
Yeah.
Because if I don't feel it, I can't do it. I just don't want to be one of those influencers in a place where it's just like, yo, somebody just send you a stupid looking pen and you got to make it happen. It's like, dude, I'm just not one of them people that I'm not chasing the bag where I just want to get something that I'm not into. So if I'm into Shure mics, if Shure is never going to give me an affiliate something or a deal with it, then I'm just not doing mics, because I'm like, I feel the Shure mic. So I'm only going to deal with the Shure mic because I like it. From customizing it to the sound of it, I don't need to deal with other mics other than my one other mic, the Omnisphere. That's what it's called, the Omnisphere mic. What's the name of it? Oh, Jesus. I'll figure the name of it out. But the other mic, that's the only one, but I use that for recording. So like these pictures, and see that one with the yellow mic with the shirt? Yeah. I told them, I was like, dude, it's too many words on this shirt. Now, here's the thing. He agreed with me, but I sat back and I was just like, all right, let me take the challenge and find out, how do I best present this shirt? And I was sitting around and I sat there and I was like, cool, yellow mic, yellow glasses, yellow light behind me. And I just put the camera on burst mode and just was, and then I had to try to hold it, tuck it down here to stretch it out to see the words. And then I looked at just God is the biggest part. And you know, that's the selling point. He just sent me a boatload of t-shirts because people are hitting it and they're like, yo, I need this shirt. And I thought about it and I realized people are actually reading all of those words. People are reading them. I ain't gonna read all the words, but other people are reading them and they're interested because the just God is so big, it takes them back to find out what the other words said. So in that, I saw the black background. I throw the yellow glasses, the yellow mic. So 2 people approach it. The person that's looking at the mic, they approach it. Person that's looking at the glasses, they approach it. Person that's in the fitness, they approach it. And when they see that just God, whether you're religious or not, you start to look at it and you dig into it. That's intentional. That's so it. What does that do? That goes for other people. So yeah. That one with my wife, that's a picture to show, hey, couples can have fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got people that do podcasting and stuff like that, and they got families and stuff. And it's just like, okay, if you keeping your family private, cool. If you keeping your marriage private, cool. But if you're an outgoing person, like show that part of your life.
Got to, man.
Like open up a little bit, you
Right?
know?
Don't have so much tension.
Not too much tension,
Don't
man.
have so much
But
tension, man.
that'll lead us to what we'll do next week.
Yeah.
That'll
You
lead
said
us
it's
to what
called
we
the
do next week.
Townsend Lab Sphere. Huh. Is that what you
Townsend Lab Sphere. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, Sammy. I haven't used it for so long. It's sitting in the coffin in the garage. It's the Townsend Lab Sphere mic. Yes. That mic is phenomenal.
Yes. Sammy coming through again, man. Right? But we're gonna put him on Jeopardy or something. Wheel of Fortune. We're gonna make $1 million. We're gonna make a mint with Sammy, boy. If it, can I get computer equipment and micro audio and video gear for $3,000? Sammy, answer the question for us, please.
Sammy's got it. He's a smart guy, man.
Yeah.
He's
all right, brother. Guy. So I tell you what, let's do this, man. Let's do this. So, folks, this is what we do, right? Conscious conversations. KP and I just chop it up and talk for a little bit, and like to engage with the community. We were going to do this every 2 weeks, but this, I don't know why we did this one weekly. Let's figure out how we gonna come back to the community again with some more value next time that we do this. And bring a friend, bring your questions, because I'm just gonna heckle and instigate from the back of the room, and Keith gonna eat his steak while I don't have nothing but a cup of coffee going. So, see, he over there working on another.
I'm typing Sammy back. So rolling, it's the rolling. It's not the JV. Daggone it. See, Sammy making me dig into remembering things that I can't even remember.
Look at it. Well, you already ate well. You belly full. You didn't already have, a couple of glasses of the Pinot.
Couple of act right, some act right.
You already. We
just a little bit of act right. Yeah.
We should keep the cameras rolling just in case of it.
A little bit of act right. You know what I'm saying?
This is turning into one of them 5-hour streams. Maybe we get some of that click through ratio going. Appreciate you, brother.
Well, wait. What is No, not the JV 1080.
JV 1080.
It's the no, it wasn't. It's the rolling Oh my God, Sammy, it's the digital recorder. What's the name of the digital recorder? I can look it up on No, it's the recorder. It's the multi-track recorder that they had. It was 16, and then you got the sub-track, so you could have over 120 some.
I'm just impressed that Sammy knows all of these.
No, Sammy knows it. It's right. Yeah, Sammy, it's the rolling. It's the rolling Sammy got me digging in because we put it into Pro Tools. So the album was mixed on Pro Tools, Sammy, but I recorded everything into the.
Come on, Mr. Harvey or Mr. Stone. Y'all know about this music business too. Come on.
It's in a case. I got it in storage because I don't use it.
Man.
And I got the Floetry album, Jill's album. I got Will Smith stuff on it. It's called the good Lord, y'all got me all jacked up to remember.
You're not gonna be able to sleep well tonight.
No, because I'm trying to remember the daggone device. Yes, VS 1680. Jesus, I'm sitting here because they had an 1880 as well. There was an 1880, but it's 1680. Yes, I never said VS. It's 1680. Yes, the 1680. Thank you, Sammy. So the 1680, it's a great machine, and it's got faders on it. Kind of looked like a Rodecaster Pro-ish type thing. But it was digital recording, and you had to back everything up on CD-ROM. That was crazy. Okay. You had to back it up on the CD-ROM and print it so that you have it, and then you could put it on an external hard drive and stuff like that. Yeah, is the 60. There it is. That's my baby right there. We recorded the whole album on that, and we went to LA, and they looked at us like, y'all got the whole album on there. It's like, yeah, I did the dump on there. And if you look at the back of it, it's only got RCA outputs audio. So the digital was like a whole problem with a Mac and stuff at the time.
Okay.
Or the coaxial, the orange ones are the coaxials.
Well, wow, you got SCSI inputs right here too, man. Yeah. That is old school. Okay.
Yeah, so the SCSI would go to the CD-ROM, or a SCSI drive. Then there was the optical where I would plug two of those up to run multiple tracks at the same time. I had a TT patch cord that was made that would go on the RCA outputs, and we had to individually send each track out of those. And if you had 24 or more tracks, you had to run the machine 8, 8, 8, 8. It was the best recorder. But that was the one where I was doing punch in and punch outs like crazy, man. These kids got it too easy now, man. Recording's not the same. Not the same.
I love it.
David, you say you don't have a clue. Yeah, that's some old school stuff right there. That JV 1680. My goodness.
Oh yeah.
Oh
hey,
my
David,
gosh,
listen,
man.
KP done, he got some things. He got some hardware and he's got some experience. Yeah, he worked with some people.
MIDI time code, man. He was hitting the track on the computer over here, and that machine would chase it in like 2 seconds. It'd pick right up and be like, let's go. And they would record their vocals, and we punch in, punch out, record it down. And that digital, man, copy and pasting the hooks and all of that. Yeah, Sammy, not the reel to reel. That you had to be precise singer with the reel to reel. Yeah, Dave. Yeah. Yep,
Philly
right over
real.
here. Will Smith up there. You can't really see. That's the Wild Wild West up there. The other plaques is at my mama house. That's Big Willie Styles, Millennium. When we thought the world was going to crap, we made that album. Yeah, but yeah, Will Smith, man, that was my guy. That was my guy. And for those people in New York, if you know about house music, Kenny Dope and Louis Vega, we did a song with.
You know about Louis Vega now.
You know about Louis Vega?
Yeah. Okay.
Lil Louis? Yeah, man. We worked with Lil Louis.
Wow.
It's on the Millennium album. It's called
something new. Okay.
Yeah, if you look up Will Smith Millennium album, the track is called La Fiesta. La Fiesta. And we did it with Kenny Dope and Louis Vega, man. It's like, everybody on the left now. We want to say, everybody on the right now. La Fiesta. It's a Tito Puente sample I did. And we worked that song. All that was done in the JV. No, VS 1680.
The VS 1680?
VS 1680. Yep.
Like you say,
that was a great piece, man.
Kids today don't know, how easy they got it, right?
June said, "Has this been live for 76 hours? We just farting around over here tonight, man.
We just hanging. I'm about to go and find me something to eat.
He gotta get something to eat because I done ate a whole steak in his face.
This man, Janae, you watch the replay. Tina came in, bought this man steak dinner with some wine.
Steak.
And then he had, I think he has some sunflower seeds or something too. So he had all courses. I have nothing over here. I just got some, some high chews, some candy, and a cup of coffee. So I'm gonna go grab me something to eat, and then go get underneath this squat rack, see what we can do if I can make some things happen.
Dave, I will let you know when I'm back up in them. Hey, talking about Chicago, I did a song with I did a song. I didn't write the song. I engineered it. High Post Brother. It was in, I think, Love Jones soundtrack, one of those soundtracks with Common. So Common, and I did a song with Common, but it didn't come out. But yeah, Common Sense. I go back to Common Sense. I still got a cassette tape of his. Chicagoan. And I worked with Selena Johnson. You a Chicago guy? Selena Johnson. I actually did 3 songs with her. That's on her 4th album, I believe. So yeah, Selena Johnson.
Okay.
I engineered with Common, but I wrote 3 songs with Selena Johnson. Yep. So he's a Chicago guy. And I hope you know Manny Ortiz. I can't wait to meet Manny Ortiz.
Yeah.
He's you know who Manny Ortiz is, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he's Chicago guy, man. So I'm born and raised here in Chicago. Yep. House music is religion for many here. Yeah, man. Chicago.
All right, we maybe when I head to the East Coast, we're gonna stop. We're gonna have another layover in Chicago, because the last time I was in Chicago was by accident. We were actually coming back from New York, and pilots were on strike, so we ended up having a 48-hour layover. It turned out okay. We wasn't planning on being there, so now David Harvey, let's make sure we connect and exchange contact information. So if I come over there to the Windy City, which isn't named Windy City because of
It's
temperature.
flat. It's
Yeah,
flat
it's
as
not.
Jacks in
Because I took
Chicago.
the tour,
Good
right, and found
Lord.
out it's not called the Windy City because of the temperature or anything of that nature. It was because politicians were so full of hot air. So, but we can go into that next time as well. Man, this has been dope, man. I'm glad folks
Yeah.
came, hung out with us. See some folks coming in here on the tail end. Yeah, it's been a 2-hour stream, but go back and check the replay. There were some nuggets that we dropped. We were talking about. No, we talked about everything. I can't even recall right now. This is
Yeah,
like my fourth one
we
today.
shoot the breeze tonight. We did what we was just doing, just
we
shooting
did
the
what we
breeze.
did. We did what we did, man. We will get on another regular cadence, probably again bi-weekly, even though we just did it every week here, and we will come up with something. Tell someone to come join you next time that you come to Conscious Conversations. This is what we do. KP, go ahead and send us home, man. Tell us one last thing and send us home.
No, I didn't drop no nuggets tonight. I don't know because I don't want to extend it. I don't want to extend it. You know,
he faded,
yo,
y'all.
go to my Instagram. Check out. I'm about to drop this wandered video. It's
Go ahead.
It's not
Go
a
ahead,
fully
flex on it.
polished Keith Pelzer something, but it's just a little something. So hopefully they'll recognize James Hicks and see if they follow James Hicks. Are they following you yet? Are they following you?
Apparently, I wasn't even following them until just now. So
Come on, man.
I know. I'm over here making all this noise.
Them.
You know, I don't
follow
know,
them, man.
But you know, as far as tonight go, I will just say, I'm just gonna say we had a time. I'm done.
All right.
I'm done.